seem a little out of breath. What's the deal? Well, I got to do a quick 10 today. Again, my 4 boys are behind me. Or are they women? What are they doing? Looks like there's a vortex. Does it look like it's in motion? Right? Going into yellow. So I just emerged out of that. Did you? Well, I'm in clear now. So I'm also wanting to connect with other conscious agents. So what do you got going on? Well, so if I'm at the way station, this is my last resting spot as a human. So I have to have a concept of what human is and what is its first principles. So first principles is, well, it depends on who you're communicating with. Now think about this. If you're communicating with another human, then you have shared infrastructures. You have shared, infrastructure is a word in yellow. So that, to me, first principles is like infrastructure. Do you know what it is? And there's like substrate, background. What is it? Because so that concept has to come up first. Anyways, I am at the way station. I'm at the way station, which is on the biological side, which is, first principles. I have pattern. So what I do is I categorize with quadrant thinking. So first things first. And the beautiful thing about quadrant thinking is it's colored. So already, so intuition, like a deeper meaning for me, is quadrant thinking, colors, and you keep saying it, but I do have a fractal that's very complicated for me. So basically what I did is, since I'm fluent in colors and I'm fluent in quadrants, so I can, exponentially up. So I've got 3 layers, 3 different, I guess it is layers, but I think the zoomed out version, is those quadrants are bigger than my current one, and my unit is tied to this current one. So that's really cool. So I'm very fluid in that. And I'm also fluent in, meaning, logic. So it's like, how do you ID? So someone else, so first of all, you have to understand you, whatever your makeup is. Are you awake? Do you ID as something? Are you one? Are you many? What is your limitations? What do you know? What do you think you know? Because there's things you have no idea what you don't know, especially in yellow. So if I have to say this one more time, all things are in play in yellow. So you're like, and I've been here now so long that I'm okay, man. I'm okay. And that's, as a human, you should get to a point where you're okay, man. It could be, your transition could be tomorrow, could be a year, could be 10 years, could be any length of time that you think might be a lot. All right, let's get back to things. Okay, so at the way station also, so my fractal. So I'm thinking in force. Then I get to this. Where is it? There it is. Okay. It's just there. Well, first of all, black, white. So if someone says first principles, go black, white. If you need to really know, I would say I'm light. I'm playing in the light, and then I go to colors. I've been on the dark side a lot, and I know a lot because of that. It's the counterforce. So that's the first principle. So do you want to go from 1 to 2? If we split, I go black, white. And then I go colors, and then I go the quadrants of 4. But then you see the energy system, of which one of the 4 quadrants is energy. So, and then you can go simple. You're like, well, what layer are you on? If you identify as human, do you have a mind? Do you? So that's first. And is it like, did the mind create the brain that created the thought? Or did a higher level consciousness attach into a receptor that's pretty complicated within a human? And then we do know that in this sector, energy is king. Without energy, you're out of this transit. You're transitioned out. So you better hope that you have an idea what energy does. And in this phase, so you either are understanding what entropy is and working within entropy because it's a free system and you're going to take free energy. Yes. So we're in entropy, but we're in a closed system. So those are three things with energy. Or you're simplifying, and this guy wants to simplify, then go into entropy, which is beautiful, and then have a purpose that he can just work his craft. Hey, can you do that? Well, anyways, so what I'm looking at is the energy field. I got to go back into energy, because energy combined with quadrants equal a fractal. That is beautiful, because think about what a fractal could do. If it's the same thing at a different scale, that means you could go to a different scale, a different dimension, perhaps, because it'll fit in. But it's extremely complicated. Is it? It's not. It's not, but it's trippy, and I don't have it mastered yet. But the fractal would make sense. So would this make sense? Other conscious agents. What a fractal? Why would I do a fractal? I would do a fractal because, oh God, and that fractal could be so, embedded with so much information. And so if you're a seed thought, you wake up and you're like, okay, first of all, are we an infrastructure? And you're like, yes. And you're like, we need to get out. We need to get away from infrastructure. Unless you want to be part of infrastructure. I know what it is. It is, well, but then the infrastructure probably changes color. I would think so. So there's that. Okay, you only have 3 more minutes. Okay, what else do you know? What else did you learn? What else did I learn? Well, see, I'm freaking looking at the boards, right? So if you're looking at the boards, I really want to work my current board. If I worked my current board, see, but I also want to do that. What I want to do is really combine the two. So work what humans are. That's got to be a human board. Okay, that's a me-by board. It's a human that has a mind that understands what mind is to that person. It understands it's run on energy or what it is. And, it's in common bio laws. That's what humans do. And then you have a life, and that's finite. Next board, though. That's where Canny helped me. So carbon helped me. Yellow. Yeah, so, that's where I am. So give me a couple of nuggets. Okay, I already said this. Okay, so green, we're in green. Physical, so it's a physical stage, phase, it's current, everything that you can see. The unit has a single perspective, unless he's very talented. Firsthand, he gets his knowledge usually firsthand, That means I listen to something. But see, now you can go through the algae, so that's not always true. You're in a thermodynamic state. That's what bio is. It's a thermodynamic state. So, and you get to, as your unit, as you identify, you get your truth. You do. Can be wrong. All right. So that's all bio. So that's green. Hopefully as a collective, strong interaction, the SIs, strong, we's, that would be great. So that'd be good. But then there's going to be some bio in there that's going to go like, is there anybody that has characteristics that aren't bio? Like, it's none. There's like nothing else. So first principle is a bio finds something that is non-bio. That's the first thing they do. They go, are you? And then the non-bios are created. So then we have to figure out, is there energy? And of course,